From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
This song is for anyone fishing a tournament, is going to fish a tournament, or has fished a tournament, or grinding it out on a tournament circuit. I know the struggle and I respect the hustle.
No, I'm not a pro with some discount codes, but this fishing's in my blood, ingrained in my bones, and the passion burns deep. Hot embers in my soul that my daddy put there when I wasn't very old. Had a little flame, just needed to be stoked. Then the wind hit it, now I'm out of control, like a forest fire raging, burning down an old growth. Yeah, let's go. Buzzbait on, single tied up, crankbait ride, trying to catch a bunch, put a tungsten on these mats when I punch out here on this water. I ain't worried about much, jig ride in my hand, 7 others on deck. Win this thing, need to cash me a check. Life that you live when you fish a tournament, tracks on fire, you could call me lit. Lighter in my hand, looking like an arsonist, so cold with the flow, so you know that it's sick. Got a couple in the boat, so I'm feeling marvelous, but I need 3 more before I call it quits. Chuck some Gatorade, cause I really need a sip, and my thirst for these fish, it can never be quenched. Got jigs with the blades, you could call them battle baits. Gets me blowing up the spot just like a grenade. Mine's cooking up rhymes every single day. Heat them up quick, come in microwave. And I don't even really care what the hater wanna say. You could cross that line, just cut the yellow tape. And fishing's like a puzzle with a lot of different pieces. Every time I catch a big one, man, I'm screaming, thank you Jesus for my life. Kids and my wife get to see the sunrise. Another cast, another bite. I'ma ride, I'm just looking for them calmly. Who am I kidding? I've been new bait shopping. Powerhouse fishing, so you know there ain't no stopping. Picking up these baits, but you know they gon' be dropping. Walking and plopping, dragging and hopping. If that doesn't work, you can find me drop shotting on that pan optics, doing what I does, so I'm big bass style. No, I'm not a pro with some discount codes, but this fishing's in my blood, ingrained in my bones, and the passion burns deep. Hot embers in my soul that my daddy put there when I wasn't very old. Had a little flame, just needed to be stoked. Then the wind hit it, now I'm out of control, like a forest fire raging, burning down an old growth. Yeah, let's go. Buzzbait on, single tied up, crankbait ride, trying to catch a bunch, put a tungsten on these mats when I punch out here on the spot. I ain't worried about much, jig ride in my hand, 7 others on deck. Win this thing, need to cash me a check. Life that you live when you fish a tournament, tracks on fire, you could call me lit.
What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Wheels America Racing Network. We are down in Austin, Texas for the Circuit of the Americas. In the booth with me, it is once again Mr. Reese Kelva. How you doing, Reese?
How you doing? Hey, listen, we're in my house this week, baby.
Well, speaking of your house, not the track people normally think of when we come to Texas, but we're taking it around this big racetrack. Tell them what it's for, because I know you have something to do with the sponsorship.
Yeah. So tonight's the TexasFamilyMG.com Circuit of the Americas. Right, we got 32 laps. I guess we'll call it the TexasFamilyMG.com 32. We got 640 turns for these guys to try and wear a Stetson like I got on right now. So, good luck to them. As you see from the graphic right there on the screen, they got 20 turns per lap. This track's big, and if you look, this track ain't flat either.
No.
That is a climb up to turn one, and it is downhill from there.
So when we're talking about Circuit of the Americas and you bring up turn one, you really, really need to measure your braking force and your brakes, because you can easily just let it take you right up the hill. Use the hill as your brake itself. But
that's right. Yeah. So the hill is kind of deceiving, right? Because you wanna climb it, right? Yep. So you want to press the gas to get up it, but at the same time, at the top is about a 90-degree angle. So what do you do, right? You have to brake and climb the hill at the same time. And that's rough.
That's a sharp left-hander too. We've seen a lot of incidents, especially in real life. Thankfully, we do not have rain. Before we get into today's event, Reese, why don't you take us through last week's event?
Yeah, so last week, we had Mitch Diamond, who won stage one. We had Nick Silver winning stage two. And we had Brandon Six coming out with the win. We also saw a few penalties from last week, right? Nick Biddy, he's going to be getting an EOL today. Mike Corvu's going to be getting an EOL today at the beginning of the race. Ben Madden will serve his penalty next week. Charles Balance is going to get an EOL plus a 30-second hold today. But last week was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun last week, but today is something completely different, right? We throw all the racing we've seen this season so far right out the door. We just wad it up, throw it away. Brandon Six, guy that we've been talking about all season long. He looks very fast here tonight. Another guy that's normally fast in this league in road courses, Frankie Barroso in the 12 car. He's got a little a climb, right? He's serving an EOL today. So he's going to try and go back to front. We'll see. That'll be a storyline we'll be watching today. AJ, you want to talk about stages?
Yeah, let's talk about stages. They're going to be done a little bit differently than what we see in real life. Lap 9, we're going to call it there for stage 1. But right before the final turn, right at the entrance of pit road, we're going to call that the stage line. Hopefully when drivers go over it, we can pinpoint it for you. It's to help out to make everything go a little bit smoother with pace laps and to get as much racing as possible. And then lap 18, we will call another yellow for stage 2. And then the conclusion on lap 32. A lot of left and right turns. And man, you said it best. What is it? 620?
640 turns.
640. That's amazing.
Yeah, that is a lot of turning.
Yeah, I know my arms would be on fire.
Here's the other thing. Not only do you have to worry about turning left and right 640 times, and not only do we have 2 stages, but guess what? We're going to throw a little something else into the mix because tires are going to be okay here. What's not going to be okay here? Fuel. Fuel is about good for only 10 laps here at COTA. So that's going to play a big part into today's strategy.
Yes, it is. And you really got to take into account that pits do close with 2 to go. So I'm really curious to see how many drivers take that option to come and get fuel and tires early, giving up a little bit of stage points just to start a little bit ahead of people using that track position, because if you're caught in a bad spot, you're going to fall back quite a bit.
Yep, for sure. So, yeah, exciting race today. Let's take a quick second real quick before we talk about points. Let's thank our sponsors real fast. We'll be right back, guys, with the Texas.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, we're back to the Texas Family MG.com 32 here in Austin, Texas at the beautiful Circuit of the Americas, guys. Qualifying just started, so they'll be doing that here in the background. But while they're qualifying, AJ, let's talk about points, baby. The points are very tight at the moment. And by very tight, I mean our top two guys to start off with both have 262 points. Brandon Six being in the lead on top of Matthew Fleming at 262 points. Andrew Phipps is in third. Brian Dixon in fourth. Mitch Diamond fifth. Brandon Bowie sixth. Robert Hissong seventh. Matt Smith eighth. Jeff Tetro ninth. Frankie Barroso in 10th. Nick Silver is 11th. Josh King 12th. Brandon Shelton 13th. Nick Leitz 14th. Michael Lamphere 15th. And Luke Dauberman is going to be 16th, and that is going to be our championship playoff cut line for the moment.
Well, Brandon,
so we still have a lot of contenders, but
yeah, we do. But I wanted to pull up Brandon Six puts our first time down at 2 minutes and 12 seconds. But now let's get into the team points, Reese.
Team points, let me see. They haven't been updated, so we're actually going to have to get an update from Steve on that one. He has not updated those. He was a busy man this week. I actually don't have updated team points.
Hello. Yeah, team points are actually updated, my good sir. Yes, they're in the right. Prestige is leading with 693. They did take the advantage over the Powerhouse. Powerhouse is sitting at 634. American Badass sitting with 584. Yeah, it's actually starting to get pretty tight. A lot of guys are flip-flopping these teams and whatnot, but
team standings. Close, found them. So, team standings is going to be Prestige, Powerhouse, American Badass, Steel City, American Racing, Michael Bennett, High Line, Low Line, Prime Grid. Michael Bennett Racing and High Line both tied with 314 points for sixth. So, that'll be a good battle today. I honestly think Michael Bennett Racing might come out on top of points on those two.
I wouldn't be surprised least, but I'm currently watching qualifying as everybody else is on their screen, and we could 100% see a wild card win this race. Outside of Brandon Six, who's been fast all practice, and now to be fastest in qualifying, you got Ryan Dinkelberger right behind him, Michael Lamphere in fifth right now, Brandon Shelton in seventh, and multiple cars still yet to post up. Jesse Erdman goes P2.
Ooh, Erdman getting a little fast.
Wow.
So something neat to point out tonight. Our league owner is going to be on the track tonight. He'll be starting in the rear. He's having some fun tonight. So we'll be checking in on him periodically throughout the race, see how the track's handling, see how it feels out there. But he's going to be behind somebody we talked about earlier. And that's going to be, that's going to be Frankie Barroso starting from the rear. Very good road course driver. We'll be keeping up with him all night long to see if he can climb up and catch Six, Erdman Silver, and Dunkelberger. We will see.
a lot of drivers looking to not take a time, because if they have not left pit road, they're not making a time at all.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? Do you start out front or do you start in the rear when we talk about hole shotting turn one?
See, I'm the person, I'd rather be the last car there. Like, it's gonna stink. It's gonna stink for stage one unless everybody wrecks in turn one. But I don't trust people and their braking points. And
me neither.
I've been run over multiple times in multiple games here at COTA, going up the hill and taking that left turn. So I've right now elected, I'll just start in the back. It's probably safer.
Yep. I completely agree. I don't know if we can show the map again real quick while we're on full screen. Probably not. But if we look at turns 1 and I think way back in the back, it's turn 11. Those are two very sharp turns, like very, very sharp 90-degree angle turns. That's where I see everybody buckling up this evening. So turn 1 and 11, man, we're going to be keeping a strong eye on those two. So if you look, turn 1 up here at the top of the hill, and then turning 11 is way up there in the top left corner of that image. So those are going to be the two that we really watch out for. Now, another thing to remember is a lot of guys, they'll get out of turn 1 and go, oh, I made it, right? And then they completely forget about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 and 8. Those switchbacks. Those switchbacks are tricky. Okay, we still have that turtle bump, whatever you call that thing. We still have it on the track tonight. So no, these guys aren't going to get incident points for touching the lines and all that. But man, you still got to watch out for them turtles, right? Good luck on you. Yeah, and if you cut those turns too hard, you're going to get a time penalty.
Yeah, those S's are some of the most difficult S's I've ever raced in any
they're flat.
In any sort of car, because it's so easy to be just going a tad too fast and mess it completely up and mess up your vehicle, especially with the diffuser on the back end. You take that the wrong way, your day is done, completely trashed, and we have qualifying finished. Here is your starting lineup for the event, which I'm trying to pull the name, the Texas Family MG.com 32. My brain literally said flush goodbye. On the pole for tonight's race, Brandon 6th, followed by Jesse Erdman on the front row. Where's the cursor? There it is. Row number 2, Ryan Dinkelberger and Nick Silver. Row 3, Andrew Phipps, Jeff Tetro. Row number 4, Josh King, Michael Lampier. Row number 5, Josh Larson and John Wright. Row number 6, Brandon Shelton, Mitch Diamond. Row number 7, Matthew Fleming, Brandon Bowie. Row number 8, Nick Leitz, Frankie Barroso. Ryan Pasoko and Matthew Opliner are gonna launch off of the 9th row. Row number 10, Nick Biddy and Nick Biddy and Brian Dixon. Row number 11, Ronnie Outlaw and Thomas Meeks. Row number 12, Matthew Smith and Chris Buds. Robert Hissong and Steve Tucker are going to be in that row. 18? No. 25th, 26th. 27th is Michael Bennett. 27th is Michael Bennett. 28th, Charles Balansari. The iRacing just completely shut down, so I apologize, everybody. It looked like it popped back up. Charles Balance in 28th, 29th, Luke Duberman, Joseph David in 30th. 31st is going to be Jesse Martinez, and Frankie Barroso is going to be shotgun on the field.
Yes. So, two cars, if we could zoom in real quick. Let's zoom in on the 66.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure everything's popping up right again. There it is, 66.
Okay, so the 66, that's Brandon 6. That's our winner last week. That is somebody to keep your eye on tonight. Another one, if we go back and look at the 12, two that we talked about there in the pre-race. The 12 car, that's Frankie Barroso. You're about to see him take an EOL for a penalty that he's got to serve. He's going to be falling to the back. That's somebody else we're going to be watching tonight. Okay, they're in that Fort Worth screen printing car. He's going to be trying to bring that thing to the front. Good luck to him. And then everybody in between. We also, a special sponsor we got tonight, want to talk about them because they're helping us with this league, is the 55 car of Thomas Meeks running the Wheels America paint scheme. Big thank you to Wheels America and all that they've done for this league. I think the last 2 seasons in a row.
Yes.
So big thank you to them. This is quote unquote home track, right? We're in COTA, as close to San Antonio as we're going to get in Dallas, besides TMS. So
I will say I am very happy they chose to do the short parade lap, where we could be here for a lot longer. Apologize for all the technical difficulties there. SDK and iRacing were not talking to each other for a second, and I had to put 2 and 2 together as best as I can. But 20 turns around this racetrack and a lot of opportunities to make mistakes, Reese.
Yep, they got 640 reasons to get it right. Woo, that's a lot.
I thought the one reason was the trophy, that beautiful hat.
Here we go.
Pace car is off, and everybody, we are green.
Almost.
Just said green.
Green flag, green flag.
There they go. We're green at Circuit of the Americas.
The light on the stand was on. I was like, oh, cool.
All right, here we go. We talked about it, turn 1. How is this gonna... Oh, okay. Okay.
That went a lot better than I was expecting.
That went way better. Look at the 12. He's already jumped 6 spots. You see him right out there on the top of your screen. Holy moly.
Frankie Barroso is moving through those.
He just cleared out like 10 guys.
When everybody else goes wide, you cut under.
We've been talking about him in pre-race. I'm telling you, this cat right here, he loves him some road racing. He has not had the start to the season that he's wanted. Usually he is very strong in this league. He has definitely not had that this season yet. This right here could be his comeback race.
Absolutely. It 100% can. The only thing is he's going to have to maneuver these stages correctly to get up towards the front, and right off the bat, able to jump 6-8 spots as he's going to try to make another pass on Ryan Pasoko to the outside.
Woo, look at him go, using the track.
Hey, if it's not out of bounds, use it.
Yeah, we turned incident points off tonight.
And I want to take a quick look at the driver of the number 24, see how Mr. Steve Tucker is doing.
Tucker running back here.
For some reason, it has him listed on a negative lap. It's a negative 30, 0.30, like he's already a lap behind.
So I think we did that for the standings, right? He is not in contention tonight. He is purely out there having some fun, stretching his legs.
Matthew Fleming with an issue. Matthew Fleming.
Uh-oh.
Gonna see this with the number 88 right on your screen with the beer nuts all painted over it. It says he crashed. That could just be that could
with
just be
a
an
teammate behind him.
Oh, it looks like he's just gonna go way wide.
And I think what you saw there was a team strategy, right? We know the 12's good for powerhouse racing, so I think what you saw was a powerhouse guy letting another powerhouse guy by.
Yeah, I think it registered.
Hey man, I don't want to mess up your race. Go get him, baby.
Yeah, I think it might have just registered him going off track as a crash.
And let's go look at the front real quick. How's 6 doing? Is 6 still? Yeah, he's still our leader. And he's, oh my gosh, he's got a 2-second lead up front.
Yeah, over Ryan Dunkelberger.
So 6 already 2 laps in, checking out.
Yeah, we're actually going to jump on board with the driver of the 66, Brandon 6. Watch him cut that wheel, get through these turns.
Ooh, there's those turtles. You got to watch for those turtle humps. There's a big yellow block that will just completely rip out the bottom of your car.
Down to first gear.
Here's turn 11. Here's that sharp 90-degree angle.
You don't see a lot of first gear when we go road racing, and used it to his advantage there very well through the Formula One DRS zone. And his upshifts perfect upshifts, perfect downshifts, and he is pulling away, looking at almost 2.5 seconds now.
I did not know he was a junior. From his in-car cam, we can see right over there on the right, he's Brandon 6 Junior. I'm gonna start calling him Junior.
Junior. But so
Look
far,
how smooth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so far so good for Pac-Man helmeted Brandon 6.
Yeah. And that's the best way around this track, right? Don't dive into the turns. You want to be slow entry. That way you can be fast exit.
Yeah, currently looking at Dunkelberger in the 26 Roku machine, doing a very good job hitting his marks as best he can, but he has two very hungry drivers right behind him. Jesse Erdman, a driver we really don't see a lot of towards the top 3, but road racing might be his thing.
And I want to commend this entire series right now. We're not seeing a whole bunch of crashes and wrecks. This is good road course racing here right now.
Yes, it is. And to be honest with you, the way this league runs, I would not be surprised if a lot of these drivers, as those brakes glow,
whoa, look at them heat up.
I would not be surprised if they spend hours upon hours, laps upon laps practicing. And that's the whole reason why you and I are able to put on such decent shows, good shows, because we're not worried about wreck here, wreck there. They're competitive
practice
laps.
makes perfect.
They're competitive laps every single time. And that last lap, Brandon 6, fastest lap of the race by more than a second and a half.
So you bring up a good point about this league as a whole, really. The practice that we see drivers put in during the week in this league is amazing. This isn't a league where guys just show up on race day and see what they got. That the Discord is always busy all week long of guys throwing up practice sessions, the league owner throwing up practice sessions, teams talking. It's a lot of fun in this league.
Oh, it 100% is. And the thing is, there's a lot of competition, but the drivers help each other out. You want to go open a practice lobby? Steve does it multiple times a week. Everybody joins. Everybody helps each other out. Gets on the track.
You might want to pan to the 12 car as he is about to come into the 10th position from the back, moving his way forward. Here he comes. Can he get the 10th spot right here, diving in?
Hopefully he doesn't lock up those tires. Very good on the brakes to the inside of the 65 of Mitch Diamond. Mitch Diamond goes way wide trying to compensate for Bararso.
Yep, this is a swooping turn 13 and 14 right here. Both together, they'll come down to 15.
Ooh, Frankie really sideways there. And a great turn. You see a lot of people try to hit the inside. But that turn, the first cut, you need to stay to the outside and then cut in.
And this is 16, 17, and 18 all together.
So we're gonna
and then we'll come around to 19.
Gonna jump on board of the nose of Barroso. The line right
here it is.
There.
Turn 20. This will set us up for the front stretch.
The line right as pit road opens. That is the line we are gonna use for our stages.
All right, Josh King coming over the radio saying, hey, you got it right here, Frankie. This is all you. That's Frankie's hot. He's hot.
Could that have been trying to get too much there?
Yeah. Got a little overconfident, a little overzealous. He knew the guy was going to get out of his way. He was trying to make quick work of it, and you can't be in a hurry here on the COTA.
Yeah, Frankie.
I know he's trying to work his way to the front, but you can't be in a hurry.
Frankie's
you got to respect this track.
Spots. He's up 21 spots.
That's wild.
In almost 3.5 laps.
So definitely car on the move. Frankie Barroso from 16 to 8th.
But going back towards the front, Brandon 6, a 4.5 second lead over Ryan Dunkelberger.
Woo, that boy is moving.
Just consistency. That's all it is.
Now we do have stages, so he's not gone, right? We got two chances to catch him if you're in second place.
And the thing is, if he makes a mistake on pit road, or even makes a mistake on one of these turtles, you're gonna catch him, and you're gonna catch him in a hurry. But we've seen Brandon 6 be the driver of consistency.
Brandon 6 having that beautiful Life of a Sim Racer paint scheme on it. He's a sponsored car out there. Dunkelberger in the 26. I don't remember who his sponsor is. I want to say that one. Yeah, Roku. That's right. And a Roku Ford right there. And third's going to be the 45 of Erdman. That'll be Jesse Erdman. I don't know what that says.
It says Max Lure. So I'm guessing that's a
fishing lures.
Yeah. Might have to look them up because I'm about to go fishing.
I need to become friends with Erdman.
And right behind
we're not
him,
good enough friends.
The driver of the 99 Chevy Camaro, Nick Silver, with Kerr Esports. Is that what that's a K?
I think that's what that says. Can we get a side shot on him? A TV1 maybe? No, that ain't any better.
Just keep it
There it
real.
is. There it is. Keeping it real. And then next is going to be Andrew Phipps in the 25. He's in 5th with Farmers Insurance. Definitely going to need insurance out here.
Got Mr. Jeff Tetro currently in the 6th position.
Oh, that beautiful
always in
City Chevrolet.
Yeah, that beautiful lime yellow. Makes me want to watch Days of Thunder every week. And Reese, I'll give you the 7th position driver.
Hey, that's going to be Frankie Barroso in the 12 car with that beautiful Fort Worth screen printing car. That is going to be a one-off for Powerhouse Racing for COTA and Texas Motor Speedway. They do all of our merchandising for us, so big props to them, Fort Worth. Thank y'all so much for everything that you do.
Right behind Frankie, it is the driver of the 65, Mitch Diamond, in the badass American
sponsoring
Lager.
that team logo, baby.
That's a beautiful looking race car.
I love that. Their team name is Badass Racing. Their sponsors, Badass Lager. That's sick. I even saw a photo of oh gosh, now I'm talking about him. A famous singer,
Kid Rock.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
Y'all don't hate me too much in the chat for that, please. Okay.
I can pull it out of my butt for you.
Talking about.
All right, in 9th place, it's the driver of the Racing Corner podcast, Mr. Josh King, doing a really good job keeping it in the top 10 after a couple off-track incidents. Reese, go to P10.
P10's gonna be Mr. Leitz, Nick Leitz. I can't tell what that says.
Precision Measurements Incorporated.
Precision Measurements. I'm gonna have to Google that one.
Looks like a blueprint.
It's a pretty paint scheme, though.
Yeah,
can we get a side shot?
Yes, sir.
Look all around some of these beautiful paint schemes. There he comes down the front stretch. Oh, I like the slow-mo you put on that.
I try.
Rare.
I try.
I like it. I like it.
Shall we do the top 15 or should we keep it at the top 10?
I say we just keep going.
All right, Michael Lampier.
Well, these guys are racing clean.
Michael Lampier in the 11th
From Waxahachie, Texas.
That's a cool looking scheme. Got the camo with the black flames.
I like it.
Fist. Always with the red, white, and blue number.
I love it. Who's this? That's Brandon Bowie in the 34 car.
Mr. Brandon Bowie. Let's check out what that sponsor is. Very cool. Looks like a Badger Beaver.
Toyota Camry.
Battle Beaver.
Yeah, that's right.
As he's trying to make a pass on Michael Lampier. And will he complete it? Ooh, clips that curb, but makes the pass.
Whoa.
13th place is the driver of the 18.
Josh Larson.
Yeah.
Out of Springfield, Missouri.
Makes me want to have some Monster Energy and eminent.
And if you look at his paint scheme, it's a little nod to what we think we're going to be seeing next season, right? Kyle Busch out, Ty Gibbs in.
Yeah, but Eminem
little
won't
Monster
be on the car.
Energy taking over the M&Ms.
Looks like Jeff Tetro just went off track. In that,
Let's
take a look at that. Looks like he was off track for about a second and a half. Here it is. There's the 87 on your screen.
Ooh, you don't want to be making mistakes with that 12 car lingering behind you.
such a long straightaway, very easy to overshoot your turn. There's the off track. That's going to allow Barroso to get right to his back bumper, and let's actually go live because I think Frankie might have just made that pass.
He just took him over for the front stretch. Climbing up the hill. A beautiful scenic view of Austin, Texas out in the background when you're standing on turn 1.
This is such a great view. The cars all over the racetrack. Vehicle on pit road. That is Nick Leitz.
Ooh. You know, and looking at turn 1, what we're looking at right here, I love that they did this on this track. Most people think of Texas as a flat desert. That couldn't be any more further from the truth, right? Far West Texas, very flat, very boring. But right here in the Austin area is one of the most beautiful parts of the country. It is very hilly, very rolly. It's beautiful.
Now, turn 1, we talked about it earlier. Very, very tricky, very difficult, easy to miss your marks because you're going uphill and braking at the same time.
Yes, very true. Okay, so getting back to all of our sponsors. We were on Larson, so next is going to be the 04 Jonathan Wright.
Once again, badass on the car, outdoor gear. They do a lot more than American Lager. Yeah, I can.
Jonathan Wright out of Carrollton, Georgia. He's a 31-year-old iRacer.
I'm almost at that age. Oh, boy.
Beautiful Ford Mustang right there.
I'll let you take P14 and 15 because they're both... There it is.
All right, right here out of Wilshire, Ohio, we got Matthew Fleming, the owner of Flim Dog Transmission and Auto Repair, driving our Beer Nuts 88 car.
And then right behind him, another teammate.
And 16th is going to be Matt Smith out of Dover, Pennsylvania, running that Douglas distribution car. Big thanks to Douglas and all that they do. I know they're watching tonight. Thank you all so much for all the sponsorship.
And speaking of everybody watching tonight, if you can't hit that like button, subscribe to the Wheels America Racing Network. Every Thursday we try to put on the best show possible. And back to our field. In 16th place, it is the driver of the Homes, or One Homes.
Oh, Chris Buds out of Beaver, West Virginia.
Actually a pretty cool scheme.
Love it.
You got thinking of the words here. You went brain fart, I went camo, and then over you can perfectly see the sponsor and driver of the 55. You mentioned him earlier in 17th. It is.
Oh, Thomas Meeks out of San Antonio, Texas.
18th.
Again, his main sponsor, PK Transportation, for this race. Wheels America is who he's showing up and showing out for. He is actually an employee of Wheels America.
Is he in any of those videos?
Yeah, I don't know.
In the 18th spot, driver of the 001 Pocono. What did that say?
From Middleburg, Pennsylvania, Luke Doberman.
Transcrete?
Pocono Transcrete.
That's what I thought it said.
Yep.
You know, he's up 11 spots. You know, we're talking about everybody up front. And it looks like we might have pit stop starting. Because Brandon Sixt is all the way back. Oh, never mind. Never mind. iRacing did a oopsie. But pit.
I was gonna say not yet.
It showed him on pit road for me.
We should be close to lap 8.
We are. This should be it.
I think so too. It should be it right in here somewhere. There he is. There it is. Stage 1, Brandon Sixt.
There it is. There's the call. Caution is out. Well, with it being a very long pace lap, we'll talk to him probably right after they come out of pit roads like normal.
I love it. I love it. So, kind of what we thought here for stage 1, right? 6 with a commanding lead. Barroso moving up all the way to the 5th position.
I think he's gonna
6th position.
I think he's gonna have to slow down. Let the pace car by.
Yeah. They're gonna have to let that little Porsche get out in front of them. But stage 1, kind of how we expected it to go. It was a lot cleaner than I thought it would go.
No kidding. Yeah, Brandon 6 is your winner for stage 1. Dunkelberger is going to finish the stage in second. Third to Jesse Erdman. Fourth to Nick Silver. Fifth to Andrew Phipps. Frankie Barroso in sixth. Jeff Tetro 7th. Brandon Bowie 8th. 9th goes to Mitch Diamond. Rounding out the top 10 and points paying positions, Michael Lampier.
Yeah. So this has been the TexasFamilyMG.com 32 from Austin, Texas. I'm Reese Kelva. This is AJ. We'll be right back after these messages.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, we're back at the TexasFamilyMG.com 32 here in Austin, Texas. A beautiful, beautiful evening for racing. AJ, what'd you think about that stage 1, baby?
A lot of action, a lot of passing for a couple drivers, and the driver I want to talk about, and hopefully maybe towards the end of this race we can get a word with him. It is the driver of the number 12 up 26 positions and riding in that 6th spot. That is Frankie Barroso. That was some insane movement, even with the issue into turn 1 with Josh King.
Yeah, he's, like we said in pre-race, he's going to be on the move. We knew it. These stages are going to help him, right? He wants this field packed up as many times as he can get it. So this will be good. They all should be going into pits right here. As we come out of 18 into 19 and 20, should be seeing them hit pit lane.
Yeah, that's an amazing camera clicking on the blimp right there.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Shows you how big this place is. Looks like Nick Leitz was the only driver to actually come to pit road. I'm curious to see if he stays out.
I mean, this is Texas, right? You do it big. Everything's bigger in Texas. I love the way they set up this track. Yep. Especially to bring Formula One back to America. I love the showing that they're putting on with this track for all series that come here. So let's see if we see any shakeups with the top 10 here in pits. It is yours to lose it here. The 12 could gain some spots. Other guys could lose some spots.
Well, like I said, Nick Leitz stays out and he will take the lead. Brandon 6 will come off first.
Somebody stayed out.
Yeah, Nick Leitz.
Leitz. Oh, I'm sorry. You did just say that.
Then he got Dunkelberger.
I'm going to wake up at some point.
Phipps, Nick Silver, Brandon Bowie. And I love this turn 1 camera.
Yeah, this is sick. This is kind of where we thought we were going to see all the excitement. But, you know, I think bad on us for not thinking that this series could get through turn 1. I feel bad now. Because I'm not going to lie, I saw 12 people getting taken out turn 1, lap 1.
You ain't wrong. You ain't kidding. Steve Tucker, race owner. Let's see if we can get a quick word with him real fast before we talk to our stage 1 winner. How did stage 1 go? How does the car feel?
Woo! I'll tell you what, man, I'm having a lot of fun. This is pretty cool. We're having a lot of good battles here with Michael Bennett in the 19 car. A lot of good stuff here in the back of the pack. I'm kind of just chilling, to be honest. I'm not trying to push the issue a whole lot. Just fortunate and glad to be racing these boys, and we'll see what we can get here. But I did it for fun. But yeah, it sounds like it's a good race up front, man. I know Frankie was blowing past us pretty early on. So, and Jesse Erdman, big props to him being up there in the top 3. It sounds like so. It's shaping up to be a good race, man.
All right, are you guys on the go lap, or you got one more lap?
We have 2 to go.
Oh boy. Okay.
Tucker, talk to us about the track. How's it feel? Is it sticky? Is it slick?
I'll tell you what. I mean, back here, I haven't really been able to give it a full fast lap, just because I'm on my back in traffic. But kind of slick. Not gonna lie, the track is definitely hot, and it's not happy. Tires are very mean right now, and we're kind of all over the place. But it should be interesting. It's not gonna cool off, I bet. I mean, we are in Texas, baby, so it's gonna be hot all day. So should be interesting.
All right, Steve Tucker, good luck out there, baby.
Thanks, man.
All right. Well, I think it might be time to talk to our stage 1 winner. Let's talk to the driver of the number 66, Brandon 6.
Love it. Brandon 6, it's Reese and AJ in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, baby, we're just going to keep talking to you, race in, race out. I love it. Stage 1 win. Walk us through it. How do you feel? You had a commanding 4-second lead at one point.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. Just kind of saving my stuff here, and I'm sure there's going to be some guys coming from the back going to give me some challenge here, so just trying to pace myself here, not do anything crazy until I need to.
AJ?
I don't think he had to do anything crazy. He just slowly walked away from Ryan Dunkelberger, and man, it had to feel good to be able to be as consistent as you were. But is any part of this race course difficult for you? Like, is there an issue like you could see yourself having?
The big braking zones, the backstretch and then into the hairpin is usually probably the biggest struggle, because it's with the way the braking is in this car. Sometimes it's hit or miss. Sometimes you hit your braking point and then it's like it sticks, and then other times it's like you kind of sail off a little too deep. So if I actually have to push it, that's probably going to be where my weakness is a little bit, is into the heavy braking points. But other than that, I don't expect too much of a challenge.
Hey, I need an update on the turtles. Are you killing any turtles out there?
I think I hit one.
Uh-oh. Those turtles are a beast out there. Now, most of us know they've taken the turtles off of this track, but they're still here in iRacing for some god-awful reason.
Yeah, I wish they were gone. They definitely can do some serious damage to your car pretty quickly.
Well, Brandon 6, great job on stage 1, baby. Let's see what you can do with stage 2.
Yep, thank you guys.
All right,
yes, sir.
See you later, pal. All right, Reese, before we go green, why don't we go talk to our sponsors real fast once again?
Alrighty.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, everyone, we are back here at COTA. We're actually going to talk to another driver before we get going green tonight. Frankie Barroso, recent AJ in the booth. You got a copy, pal?
I got a copy.
Hey, man. You have come from the back of the pack all the way to 7th. We knew you were going to be fast, but talk us through that first stage.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of see what happened after turn one. I don't know what happened, but I assume that something happened. And I come out of turn one, I think maybe P20 or something like that. And then
just jump like 10 spots.
Yeah, just pick them off one by one. I just had to be aggressive because I couldn't let 6 get too far away. And, you know, luckily I got some stage points, which is always a positive. So now it kind of makes my life a little less harder in, you know, to the second and third stage.
Well, our man on the move right now is the 12 car, Frankie Barroso. Good luck in stage 2, baby.
Thank you, Reese.
Yes, sir.
All right, Reese, what are you expecting for stage 2?
Honest to God truth, because we still got 2 stages here left. I think we see more of these guys playing kindly with each other. I really do. I'm going to give these guys benefit of the doubt, and I think we see turn 1 playing out just like it did before. I still think these guys play nice. Now, something to look at is this 4 car of Nick Leitz. He didn't take any tires, right? He's on older tires.
He never came down pit road at the stage break. He pitted on lap 7, I think.
So I want to see how he does, and then how the rest of this top 10 gets around that 4 car if he does start falling back.
Well, he's going to have the good lane for turn 1, but here's the thing. Being that front car on the left-handed side, we've seen a lot of drivers overshoot and end up either in the kitty litter or in the fence.
Yes.
And
now,
we almost saw it lap 1.
Braking will be on his side, right? He's got warmer tires. His tires are worn in. They're ready to brake. These other guys are on brand new tires. They're slick. So braking is going to be a little bit easier for Nick Leitz. Not much. So he's got that advantage. But what he doesn't have advantage on is what we're going to see is when they take off. We'll see if that car takes off like the rest of them.
Well, here we go. Getting ready for this.
Coming down the front stretch. Everybody going to pack it in tight. No restart zone really here.
Nope.
Green.
There it is. Green in the air. Frankie Barroso automatic out of line. Heading towards turn 1.
Oh, everybody. Hang on.
Brandon 6 to the point.
Oh!
Who's that? Josh King around. Josh King.
Josh King around. And like cattle, you see where one guy goes and you just follow him.
Gonna go to our handy dandy far chase cam here. Oh boy. I think Matt Smith might have a little of something to do with that. Gonna slow it down real fast.
There's definitely a full course caution, it looks like right now. Nope, never mind. It was local.
All right, we're gonna see where the 7 gets turned. Duberman well to his inside and gonna clip the 7.
Oh no!
Complete
Hit the brakes, baby.
hit maneuver.
And then watch this, like cattle. You see where one guy's getting through and everybody shoots the hole.
Yeah, Thomas Meeks in there, Tucker, Chris
Dink. 55 gets help from the 24. He uses them as a wall.
Brian Pasoko also with an issue there.
Yipes. All right, so bringing it back alive. 6 out to another commanding lead. Oh, we're in that nice slow-mo cut.
Oh, shouldn't be. Are we?
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, we are.
There we go.
Holy cow. I was like, maybe it actually is a caution.
Uh-oh. We just saw the 12 get loose. He spun it out. Lost about 2 positions. Woo! No incident, though. Oh, no. He lost about 5 spots.
Gonna go back
Holy
and take a look
moly.
at it. Reese, close your eyes.
I'm not looking.
Ooh! Oh, he rips the donut. It's like he's practicing for later.
Yep. Leading about 4 spots right there. He's not going to be happy with that. He's going to be kicking himself in the head for that one.
That was a lot more than 4 spots. He was up to the 5th position. Now he's sitting back in
the 11th.
11th.
Youch.
But here he is. He's back on the race course and trying to keep a full head of steam going.
And look at this. Brandon not getting away this time. Nick Silver keeping him honest. Leitz right there with them still. Dunkelberger also. Man, the top 5. They're all right here. And to everybody watching in chat, thank you so much. Please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button for us. Bluegill, Gary Wells, Serby. Thank y'all all so much for watching tonight.
Gary Wells in the chat. What? He's co-owner of Riot Motorsports with me.
Nice.
Oh, there goes the 26. Dunkelberger way wide. But he's going to have Brandon Bowie right behind him to his inside down this very long straightaway. Oh, boy.
Whoa, look at that late dive. It worked.
Didn't even lock up those tires.
No, that definitely worked. Barroso back in the top 10. Other than that, top 10 still looking like it did in stage 1.
Moving pretty good. This is actually a very good view. You know, I know we have all
these
broadcasting cameras, but Bowie, evasive maneuvers to get around Nick Leitz. We have all these broadcasting cameras, but you could see quite a bit with this far chase cam.
I like how we can see out in front of us with this one.
But
look how aggressive he's coming into these turns.
I want to take you guys on board with that second place driver, the driver of the 99, Nick Silver, as he sees Brandon 6 in his sights as he's going to try to track him down.
And what we just saw at a 6 right there, right? Slow in, hard out. That is how well it can go for you, right? How much more of a jump you get on this track. If you'll just slow in, hard out. You overdrive these turns, you're done coming out.
You also got to be very careful touching these curbs, these rumble strips. They will spin you out very fast.
Here's where the turtles are. Oh, don't touch the turtle.
Reese,
another turtle.
I need to get a soundboard for you. Like every time somebody gets into an accident,
like the old Batman shows, boom, bang, punch.
Once again, I want to thank all of our sponsors in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. We couldn't do what we want to do because you guys are helping us out. You're helping the league out, showing your support for all these drivers. Highline Motorsports Custom Paints for painting some of these cars. Admin Box, very much looking into possibly one of those. But we appreciate it. Phlegm Dogs. I think that's what, Thomas Meeks?
Yeah.
You know.
So if we look at our times, 1, 2, 3, kind of all within 2 seconds. And then, I mean, it's like a 3-second drop back to Dunkelberger and Leitz.
Dunkelberg goes way wide once again. He might lose 4th place to Leitz. He's going to get back on track right in front of him.
And from 1st to 10th is a 18-second gap. Holy moly.
But look at 13th.
Uh-oh.
Look at 13th. Where did he come from?
Who we got in 13th? We got old Matthew Fleming in the beer nuts?
Nope. Got Mr. Steve Tucker.
Oh, whoops. My iRacing needs to catch up.
You'll have that. It's fine.
Tucker making his way through. Not for points, not for team points. He's just out there having fun.
That's always fun to do. You know, everything gets so hectic, and a lot of people love COTA. A lot of
people we're seeing the 12 cars in the pits. Barroso coming down pit lane.
Coming down pit road early.
This might be a strategy play here.
You know, this
stage will end on lap 18.
This is gonna take him out of the points, and if he plans it right, he won't pit at the stage, obviously, and then the next time he pits will be his final pit stop.
Yep. A little strategy going on.
Just a tad.
Have to see how that works out at the end.
Yeah, I'm really.
But Brandon
curious.
said, "Whoa, look back there for a second. Buoy, he's
Beaver,
coming."
He clipped that turtle hard. Thought he was gonna spin out, but
listen, turtle lives matter. You better leave them damn turtles alone.
Don't do that. But coming out of that hairpin, you saw Brandon Bowie just go left. Draft is a thing on these very long straightaways.
Yes.
And
yeah, you can get some speed back there.
Just want to point out, Brandon 6 at this point in stage 1 had over a 4.5 second lead.
We're starting to see leads fall back just a little bit. I think the mold tires are shining.
Yeah, well, he's still in the points where he wasn't in stage 1, I'm pretty sure, because he pitted early.
That's right.
So it could still
I think that's the same strategy we're seeing out of the 12 camp.
Just slightly reversed. One was stage 1,
right.
One was stage 2.
Yep. So getting back in with all of our sponsors and everything, let's go down to position 18 to the number 19 car, Michael Bennett. I want to make sure we're still highlighting everybody this season.
Longview
I see RV
Superstores.
Longview RV Superstores. I like it.
Family owned.
That's Mr. Michael Bennett.
1959.
He's the owner of Michael Bennett Racing.
I would think.
Right now in the 18th spot.
Gonna go back one.
Next up's gonna be Jonathan Wright. Or no, I'm sorry, we already talked about him. Robert Song, the 29 Budweiser. He has beautiful schemes week in, week out.
And they all have to do with alcohol.
Yes, very tasty.
That
is my beer of choice, so I love this paint scheme.
Gonna go back to 20th place for the 03. That's Frankie Barroso to his inside. I think he might have something on the side of his car.
Well, let's look, because he's got some beautiful paint straps. American Racing. A little shout out to his team. That is the numberless car.
Every week. Going back to 24th, it's the driver of the number 3, Ryan Pasoko.
Ryan Pasoko.
In the suite by Caitlin.
A little cupcake factory there.
Yes. Oh!
Uh-oh!
Hey,
well, that's one way to do it.
Did somebody say something about Chastain?
Whoa! Whoa!
Did somebody say anything about Ross Chastain being in this race?
Is he okay?
I don't know. He definitely got through there pretty fast.
He just turned the switchbacks into a straight line.
That'd be interesting.
Holy moly. That should make him slow down.
Well, he's going to have to slow down for the turns anyway. There is the 82 of Matt Opplinger. Ooh, Mountain Dew. Well, looks like a kind of a Dale Jr. scheme.
I like it. That matte black.
Early Hendrick days.
Beautiful. Next is going to be Mr. Charles Balance. He's down 14 laps, but still giving it everything he's got.
I don't think he's on the racetrack.
Uh-oh. Let's try the 32 of Nick Biddy.
Don't think he's on the racetrack either.
Ruh-roh. What about Joe David?
Joe David, Jesse Martinez, and Ben Madden have not made any time.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh, Reggie.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Like Scoob.
Looks like we got a good battle between 6th and 7th. Uh-oh. We're coming up on stage 2.
Yes, we are.
Here we go.
But here's that battle you were talking about. Farmers Insurance.
Yep. These are our two closest cats at the moment.
versus Mac Lur. This elevation change has got to be crazy with some of these drivers.
Yeah, because after turn 1, it's downhill from there.
But see what you did there. Very clever. Should be coming.
Frankie Barroso working himself back up to 19th, trying to finish this stage out strong.
Boy, Brandon Bowie has got that lead down to a 2.5 seconds. But I think we're coming to the stage here.
Yep. Right here as they go underneath this signage.
Oh, Brandon Bowie!
Bowie!
He's going to lose second place to Nick Silver.
I think he's going to be okay after that, yeah. Going to have a good solid third.
Made my heart stop for a second. Because he was catching Brandon 6 very fast. And I'm pretty sure we should be seeing the caution right here. There it is.
There it is.
Caution is out. Brandon 6 goes back to back stage 1 to stage 2. Probably should start slowing down now for the pace car because it does take the pace car quite a bit. Second will go to Nick Silver.
Okay, stage 2. Kind of went how I expected. Also, we saw a little game, a little strategy from the 12. We saw Brandon Bowie making a hard charge up front. Great job by this whole series today.
Absolutely.
On this road course.
As we're going through everybody in the top 10, it looks like Matt Smith is going to be your final driver in that top 10.
So, Matt Smith getting up in there. That's a new face we're seeing up in the top 10 today. Love it.
Frankie Barroso, after that pit stop, goes to 17th.
17th. Nice charge. I think we're going to see him be P1 after these pits.
And he is very slow. There he goes.
This has been the TexasFamilyMG.com 32. I'm Reese Kelva. This is AJ. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Stay with us.
This song is for anyone fishing a tournament, is going to fish a tournament, or has fished a tournament, or grinding it out on the tournament circuit. I know the struggle and I respect the hustle.
No, I'm not a pro with some discount codes, but this fishing's in my blood, ingrained in my bones, and the passion burns deep. Hot embers in my soul that my daddy put there when I wasn't very old. Had a little flame, just needed to be stoked. Then the wind hit it, now I'm out of control, like a forest fire raging, burning down an old growth. Yeah, let's go. Buzz bait on, single tied up, crankbait ride, trying to catch a bunch, put a tungsten on these mats when I punch out here on this water. I ain't worried about much, jig ride in my hand, 7 others on deck. Win this thing, need to cash me a check. Life that you live when you fish a tournament. Tracks on fire, you could call me lit. Lighter in my hand, looking like an arsonist. So cold with the flow, so you know that it's sick. Got a couple in the boat, so I'm feeling marvelous, but I need 3 more before I call it quits. Chuck some Gatorade, cause I really need a sip, and my thirst for these fish, it can never be quenched. Got jigs with the blades, you could call them battle baits. Catch me blowing up the spot just like a grenade. Mine's cooking up rhymes every single day. Heat them up quick, come in microwave. And I don't even really care what the hater wanna say. You could cross that line, just cut the yellow tape. And fishing's like a puzzle with a lot of different pieces. Every time I catch a big one, man, I'm screaming, thank you Jesus for my life. Kids and my wife get to see the sunrise. Another cast, another bite. I'm a ride, I'm just looking for them calmly. Who am I kidding? I've been new bait shopping. Powerhouse fishing, so you know there ain't no stopping. Picking up these baits, but you know they gon' be dropping. Walking and plopping, dragging and hopping. If that doesn't work, you can find me drop shotting on that Panoptics, doing what I does, so I'm big best out. No, I'm not a pro with some discount codes, but this fishing's in my blood, ingrained in my bones, and the passion burns deep. Hot embers in my soul that my daddy put there when I wasn't very old. Had a little flame, just needed to be stoked. Then the wind hit it, now I'm out of control, like a forest fire raging, burning down an old growth. Yeah, let's go. Buzz bait on, super tied up, crankbait ride, trying to catch a bunch, put a tungsten on these mats when I punch out here on this water. I ain't worried about much, jig ride in my hand, 7 others on deck. Win this thing, need to cash me a check. Life that you live when you fish a tournament. Tracks on fire, you could call me lit.
Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
We're back at the Texas Family MG32 here in beautiful Austin, Texas at the Circuit of the Americas. Stage 2 kind of going how we thought, AJ. Brandon 6 still out to a commanding lead. Other guys we're seeing in the mix down the top 10. Matt Smith's worked his way in.
Yeah, it's been a very, very entertaining race so far. Kind of a dud up front with Brandon 6, I think, leading every lap outside of one or two that Nick Leitz led on the last stage. But it's been nothing but entertaining with off tracks, with passes, and watching a couple drivers come straight from the back right to the front.
Yeah, a guy on the move. Right now, we got Matt Smith, 23rd to 10th.
I haven't been.
Should we talk to him?
I got him in
or
8th. Yeah, let's talk about him.
Matt Smith, it's Reese and AJ in the booth. You got a copy on us?
What's up, fellas?
Matt Smith, we see you busting the top 10, baby. You are a driver on the move at the moment, coming all the way back from 23rd. Talk to us, man. How have these last stages been to you?
Just pretty eventful. Avoiding people spinning out. Doing the best I can to stay out of it. Keep the car straight, and I'm good.
AJ?
No, Reese pretty much covered it, but is it difficult to get around some of these cars that you said you're playing, dodge the wreck, but when you guys are bunched up into turn one, give us the driver's mindset when you are surrounded by so many vehicles heading into turn one like you're about to one last time.
Well, the last restart, I got lucky and the guy spun to the inside, but it's kind of like how we just saw at Indy. You got to do what you got to do to get through it. So it sucks to have that mindset, but I think that's the best bet going into turn one, trying to get around as many as you can.
All right. That's the 35 car, Matt Smith. Matt, good luck out there today, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. AJ, another guy on the move is Brandon Bowie, coming from 14th to 3rd. Should we see if we can get a radio on him?
Yeah, let's talk to the Battle Beaver.
All right, let's see it. That Battle Beaver, Brandon Bowie. It's Reese and AJ in the booth. You got a copy?
Yep, I got you guys.
Hey, baby, from 14th to 3rd, you look like you were making a good push there in that second stage. Cut a little donut, got a little hungry. How do you feel here going into stage 3?
I mean, unfortunately, I had a strategy or I had something else in mind, but I kind of didn't do it. So I figured I'd play it safe, especially for the team. But yeah, I mean, as far as stage 3, I feel pretty good. I don't know if I can pass 6. It's going to be very difficult because he's pretty good on the road courses. But I'm definitely going to give it my all and see what we can do.
Yeah.
AJ?
Yeah, Mr. Brandon Bowie. Coming to that last stage, the last lap, you were catching Brandon 6 at a very good clip. Was it just you bit a little too much more than you can handle, or were you just better than the 66 those last 2 laps?
Honestly, I think he was kind of saving. He had.
I was trying to talk you up, dude.
I appreciate that. But I don't know. Like it felt like he. I don't know. I kind of felt like he, could notice how far back I was, so he was just basically just trying to manage and kind of run about the same laps times as me. The last 2 laps, I kind of put the afterburners on and was just like, I'm just gonna go for it, which is why I stealth spot. But yeah, it's gonna be, especially for both of us. If we can get away from the field, then the battle is just between us. But if we battle too soon, too early, then I think that allows for other people to kind of come in and kind of disrupt that battle. So, I think it's gonna be, I don't know, honestly. I mean, and then you got the other problem is, can we make it on fuel? So it's a couple of different scenarios that kind of got to look at. Kind of got to play it safe as well. Don't be ignorant to the fact that you can run out of fuel. And if you run out of fuel around here, you're not going to make it back. So, it's a couple of different scenarios that can kind of play out. I guess the idea kind of would be to try to push him as hard as I can, maybe make him use more fuel. Which then at that point, I can kind of back off and just try to save as much as I can and then try to outpace him because he's trying to save fuel. But I don't know. Like I said, there's a couple of different ideas. I got a lot to think about before the green comes back out, though.
All right, brother.
All right. Brandon Bowie on the move in that 34 car. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
All right, Reese.
So he brings up fuel, AJ.
Well,
and fuel did just drop to $3 a gallon here, in the $3 range here in Texas.
Oh,
but these cars can only hold so much of it.
I would love to have $3 a gallon.
We just busted $3. I think it's $3.90 something right now.
Oh, we're sitting at like $4.25.
Oof. Yeah. $3.80 something or $3.90 for unleaded. We're finally down to about an even $4 for diesel. So looking good here in Texas. One thing we saw while we were talking to Brandon Bowie, the 12 car came into the pits a second time, which makes me believe he is playing a fuel strategy.
He's going to be
He keeps coming in and topping off.
He's going to be very slow on this last stint because we're getting reports that you can go 10 to 11 laps, maybe 12 if you're very good, but we're sitting at 13 to go. With how big of a racetrack this is, to save a lap is monstrous.
Especially when you're charging to the front. Right? Right now he's in 16th, so he's got to pedal down.
Do you want to know what I think he's going to do?
What's that?
We're going to go green. He's going to come down pit road. Like immediately. He's going to follow the pace car down pit road.
That might be a good strategy.
He's gonna miss any issue in turn 1 and get another lap of fuel.
Well, we're gonna find out here in about three corners. See what they can do.
Just a commentator's thought.
I like it. So this time by y'all, it's gonna be 12 to go. Remember, think about fuel. These guys can really only hold 10 to 11. Strategies are gonna be fun to watch here in the final stage of the TexasFamilyMG.com 32.
With a couple.
Who's gonna win the Stetson hat?
With a couple turns to go, Reese, we've done stage 1 and stage 2, both won by Brandon 6th. Who are you picking for the winner?
Brandon 6, so dominant all day long. How can you not put your vote on that guy, right? If my wallet's on the line, I'm going with Brandon 6.
See, I would kind of shade towards Brandon 6, but when it comes to when you pit and what you pit for, that's where the game is going to change. Because it's hot out. They're killing these tires. If you're just going to take fuel, you're going to be on those tires for at least another 2 laps. So I think we're going to see a lot of fuel stops. But pace cars on pit road, 66, 34 front row, followed by Silver and Dunkelberger in row 2. Here we go, stage number 3 about to get underway.
Oh, guys in the back not packed up at all.
Almost saw a couple accidents.
That's rough back there.
There it is, green in the air. Excellent launch.
All right, lap 1. Turn 1. Barroso fanning way out back here. Oh, nice. Look at this. Like it's orchestrated. Little bumping, but we're racing.
As people can see already, I was wrong.
That Fort Worth screen printing car, he's back on the move.
Speaking of Fort Worth screen printing, A lot of powerhouse in that top 10.
They're getting there. They are getting there. We got Smith and Barroso right now. Looks like they're trying to get Meeks and Flimdog up in there.
See, my brain went to last year, and it was like,
Tucker?
oh yeah, Steve Tucker. And I was like, wait,
Tucker better watch out. He's in a pack of all these guys running for points. Last thing you want to do is accidentally cause a wreck.
Oh,
right now, the 12's trying to get around him.
I was going to say, I don't see an issue with Frankie Barroso saying, hey, we're friends, but you're in my way.
Yep. He's putting work on that car right there in front of him. The 04.
Up front.
Look at these guys up front. There's a dive for second place.
Brandon.
Oh, that's 6. 6 is back.
Brandon 6 having issues.
Uh-oh. I think 6 saying, you know what? I'm saving fuel.
I was going to say, did you happen to broadcast or curse a driver?
I think this is a fuel strategy.
I do too. I stay board with you. Everybody, burn up your stuff. Just burn up your stuff. Battle.
Yep, y'all go have fun. I'll be back.
Silver.
I'm turning 4-second faster laps than y'all. I'll be back.
Can make that up very fast, but he's got to manage how much he is giving up, though.
Right. Yeah, you definitely don't want to let him get 3 seconds out. Right. Keep them within about 2 seconds of you. Because
when you're trying to bite off too much, we saw Brandon Bowie at the end of stage 2 spin it out.
Yeah, and they're battling, right? When you're battling, you're just wearing the tires out. So if you got 2 guys around you battling, let them go battle.
That's
right?
An awesome
y'all go have fun. This is beautiful from the stands. That was another great shot looking back up the hill. Look at that. So we see Leitz and Smith. Oh, look at this. All these cars just cycling through.
Well, one thing we haven't done yet, Reese.
This is sick. What's that?
Well, why don't we go take a crank it up? Hi, everybody. Welcome back. What crazy action throughout those couple laps there. We saw Chris Buds almost not want to take turn one, but an amazing battle up front between Dunkelberger and Bowie.
Yeah, these guys doing a great job right now. That 99 Nick Silver in that Keeping It Real esports car out to a commanding lead, 2 seconds out in front. We're seeing Brandon Six fall back with to a 10-second. He's 10 seconds away from first, but I think it's on purpose.
And look who is
I really do. And look who is right behind him. Two guys we've been talking about all race. Now, we noticed the 12 car. He has pit like 12 times this race, staying up on fuel.
I can tell you
so
times too.
This is where we're going to see if the strategy plays. This right here is where the 12 wanted to be. He wanted the 66 in his sights. If you're the 66, this isn't what you wanted. You don't want the 12 right behind you.
Not at all.
Because the 12 has more fuel. So if you're the 66, who I believe is already playing a fuel strategy right now, conserving, now you're really conserving. His play may be to fall back to the 12 and play to the 12 speed.
It's actually a very good point, but we've seen in practice and with all those laps, Frankie Barroso is just about, I'd say, maybe a half a second back with fastest lap time.
Yeah. And how, here's another thing. How worried are you about the 12? Because Leeds, Bowie, Dunkelberger, and Silver are no chump on this track. They are putting in some fast laps.
Yeah, and Silver is still continuing to pull away from Six and Barroso. See, I'd be in the position that Silver, Dunkelberger, and Bowie are in. Just go as hard as you can, make your pit stop, don't take tires, and we'll see where we end up.
Yeah, I think we're going to be, I think it's a good strategy to not take tires. We're seeing Leeds. Leeds stayed in the top 5 last stage without taking laps. So I think you're spot on there on the tires. Don't take them. You don't need them.
No, especially with just
the 12 is hoping everybody takes tires.
This is true. That's a long pit stop too with 9 laps to go. Wow, still a lot of time left. Almost 200 more turns.
Yeah. Woof.
Yeah, right?
And the closest pack I'm seeing right now is from like 7th to 11th.
Well, that's good.
Is really the only guys who are kind of packed in, which don't even know how close that really is, but
yes,
there they are.
Very close.
These 4 are about the only ones who are...
Steve Tucker, is he going to make a move to the inside of Matt Smith?
These guys are about the only ones who could really catch each other coming up to a turn.
It looks like Steve Tucker is getting on the gas possibly a little too hard. He's kicking the car out just a tad under throttle real fast. Driver the number 24 hitting the track for the first time this year. Just racing for fun, racing to just knock some rust off. Likes COTA, and boy, has it shown. Seeing through the field, Nick Leitz and Brandon Six. Brandon Six making a pass on Nick Leitz.
Oh, Tucker putting a move on Matt Smith.
Going back, going back, going back.
What was that? And why?
Let's see it here.
No.
Oh! That was all Matt Smith under braking.
That was all Matt Smith. I thought we saw Tucker down to the inside, but that was not the case.
Let's jump on with Matt Smith. I have this strange feeling that he double shifts.
Yeah, it is what it looked like. Anytime that nose just kicks like that, it's usually because the motor's under a lot of stress.
Oh no, he shifted too early, it looked like.
Yep, revved it up way too high.
Doesn't look like there's a ton of damage on the 24 as Andrew Phipps goes by. Holy cow. Good thing we went back and saw it before you You rip Steve a new one.
Oh, man.
But still, Brandon 6 and Frankie Barroso under a blanket crossing the finish line right now.
7 to go.
Well, since we still got plenty of time, why don't we take one final word from our sponsor?
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, we're back at the Texas Family MG.com 32 here in beautiful Austin, Texas. We got 6 to go, and everybody is racing for a Stetson hat. One I got on today, not this one. That'd be a little sweaty, a little nasty.
I mean, maybe somebody wants a commentated, owned hat.
Yeah, I had 6 winning this. I have completely ripped that page out of my book and tossed it in the trash can because now we are all over the place.
16 seconds back. Well,
I got guys pushing, guys saving, and I don't know what's going to happen here.
The thing is, if Silver, Dunkelberger, and Bowie pit, he will still get the lead because you're on pit road for, let's see, last pit stop. You're on pit road for about 35 seconds.
I think he may have enough fuel to make it to the end.
45 seconds. I apologize.
And if so, Barroso needs to push.
So if you have enough fuel to make it to the end, you've probably saved a good lap and a half, 2 laps, which is insane around such a big race course.
Yeah. Looks like Phipps and Tetro are near each other. The 25 and the 87. Trying to look for close battles on the track.
Yeah, looking to see stuff that flashes up red. Jesse Erdman in the 18.
Yeah, him
Josh
and Meeks.
Larson.
Do see that? Meeks and Erdman.
Along with Buds, too.
Wait, who's that right there?
That's Chris Buds in the 1. The 18 is Josh Larson, and Jesse Erdman's at 45 in the 3rd from what you're watching. Here it is. Oh boy, we're gonna have a battle going into this turn as they're side by side heading towards the left-hander.
Yipes!
Uh-oh, Larson's blinked out. There he is. He's back.
So I'm showing Meek should be right in the middle of that, but I don't see him.
Meeks is in 20th.
Huh.
Right there.
iRacing has him scheduled in 16th. Weird.
Maybe when they cross the start-finish line, once again, it'll fix itself. Jeff Teacher on pit road, along with Matt Smith.
All right, here we go. 5 to go. We're going to start seeing pit lane get real busy.
Stay tuned to after the race for the podium interviews. And as always, hit that like button, subscribe to the Wheels America Racing Network every Thursday. Great content, awesome racing. Tonight's race currently being led by Nick Silver with a 8-second lead on Ryan Dunkelberger, who by far has been doing a fantastic job up front all night.
He really has. All night long.
All night. All night. Sorry.
Speaking of next week, you talk about taking a game plan from this week and throwing it out the door. Next week, we go back to 1.5 miles.
Well, then we'll probably still see Brandon Six up there, Frankie Barroso, Andrew Phipps, Mitch Diamond. Everybody's going to be like, all right, last week kind of stunk. Let's kind of go back to what we're accustomed to.
Yes. For sure.
Let's see, when does Silver, Dunkelberger, and Bowie pit? Looks like they've slowed down just a tad. Brandon Six and Frankie Barroso are now just 15 seconds back.
I mean, Silver with a commanding 7-second lead. Check this out. From 1st to 10th, 48 seconds.
That's insane.
Almost a full minute behind. What in the world? But that's got to give. That's got to give. He's pushing so hard. I don't think you can keep that up all the way to the end. I think you're going to need fuel. And that might be why, because like you said, pits could take about 35 seconds.
45
now
if they take tires.
And now, is that from entering pit lane to exiting pit lane?
Yes.
Okay, so all the way through. So right now, he's looking okay. If you're Silver, you may go back as far as 10th. Leets pitting in this time. Number 4 is in the pits.
Trying to find Nick Leets. There he is. He called that early in this lap.
Yep, so he's back out of pits now, back on the track.
Okay. Art drops to the 8th position.
So that's it. That's all he lost. So maybe there is something to what Silver's doing.
Six and Barroso up to the 4th and 5th positions. Now, Six is under 15 seconds now. He is moving.
Making a late charge once again.
I think your front runners realizing a huge flaw in their race strategy. They didn't take into account to it being such a big race course and then having to make it back around.
I agree. And I'm looking at the lap times of Barroso and Six. They're definitely holding back. They are not running lap times near as close as what they were in the beginning.
No, last lap though, it was a 2-minute 14-second lap, which is just about 3 seconds off.
Yep, in spades, we call this sandbagging. You're sandbagging. When you sandbag, you can end up with a lot of books, though.
Mike Bennett goes way wide in the final turn.
Woo!
Ooh, Barroso locking up those tires. That's gotta
Come on,
be,
baby.
That's gotta be scary.
We got 3 more laps.
Does Silver, Dunkelberger,
60 more laps, or 60 more turns.
That's disgusting to think. 3 more laps. Oh yeah, but you're gonna have to turn the vehicle 60 times.
60 more times. Isn't that wild? And at these G's. Oh.
Yeah. You're going to want to fly out of the car in multiple different angles. When does Silver, Dunkelberger, and Bowie pit?
don't know.
And
it's got to be soon.
You would think so. And Brandon 6.
We haven't heard anybody come over the radio yet.
Brandon 6 extending his lead over Frankie Barroso. Almost at 2 seconds now.
He's pushing. I think Brandon 6 is talking with his crew chief and hearing, hey, we may have enough to make it to the end, because it looks like 6 is starting to put the throttle down yet again. Or he's setting up for his pit, right? Let's get away from the 12 as much as we can and then come into pit. It's one of those two are happening. And I am no professional at this, so I have no idea.
That strategy is completely out the window.
Yep.
Which is very unfortunate, because it looked like to be a very smart strategy. But when it got to almost 16 seconds, that's where I thought it was too much.
Yeah.
Nick Silver, your race leader.
Hey, look back here in 10th. The 88 has snuck up into the 10th position. Oh, almost. Well, I had him in the 10th spot. Then he backed out of the 10th spot. I don't know what's happening, to be real honest.
iRacing is going crazy.
It is going berserk.
A good Eminem song.
We are seeing names flip everywhere.
Laps to go. Andrew Phipps on pit road.
All right, Phipps is in.
He's going to give up 6th place.
Now let's see how many spots he loses.
Well, he's still currently in 6th. Has about 17 seconds to the car behind. They're just coming on the front stretch now.
He's going to lose those 3.
And that's it.
That's it.
9th place.
And to lose those 3 and to make sure you still get back across the checkered finish, I mean, can't be too mad with it.
Not at all. Could be a lot worse. Ronnie Outlaw now on pit road, pitting from the 12th position. Brandon 6 still in 4th. A lot of us thought he was going to be the car to beat after the first 2 stages.
All right, 2 to go. I think Silver might be okay. We've seen him do the strategy before, right? We saw him lose a win at, I think it was Vegas or Kansas, or no, Michigan.
Michigan, the week I was.
We saw him lose a win at Michigan with about 400 yards to go.
Well, here's the thing. If he runs out of fuel on that last lap, he is in so much trouble, because a lot of tracks, you can just coast it all the way around. Here,
yeah, you ain't coasting here.
You're lucky to make it through the S's.
That's right.
He's on pit road. Silver is on pit road.
Okay, Silver on. Dinkelberger right behind him. Is Bowie and 6 going to come in? Let's watch them. Here they come.
Bowie's going to stay
out.
out.
And nope.
Are we going to see a new winner this week, Brandon Bowie? Or is Brandon 6, I think, going to win for the 4th time?
So did they save enough? Did Silver and Bowie save enough? I mean, I'm sorry, 6 and Bowie.
It's a long one lap. A lot of time.
Silver coming back out in the 4th spot. Dunkelberger back out in the 5th spot.
A lot of time for Brandon 6 to get to the back bumper of Brandon Bowie.
Lamphere and his song on the radio, chatting with each other, not happy. They're not happy with each other, AJ.
Oh boy. Watching that battle between Bowie and 6th, under a second now.
That's a neat camera view also.
Look at that closing rate.
Coming in hot. Oh gosh, he was flaps down coming into that turn.
I mentioned it before the race. Can you imagine NASCAR turning into a DRS zone on road courses?
Hit the button. That'd be sick.
Will Brandon Bowie get his first win in the Wheels America Cup Series? He's going to go in, opening the door.
Not if he keeps doing that, he won't.
opening the door for Brandon sixth. Just about a half a second separating both drivers.
Yeah, 6 being so commanding here at this track today. You've got to hit all your marks with him behind you. Now, they are teammates, right? Silver, having 3 wins this season, does he throw a bone to Bowie?
You mean 6?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, we're about to find out with just a couple turns to go. Brandon 6, not close enough. One more turn. Out of turn number 20, Brandon Bowie keeps it on the race course and will... Oh boy, it's going to make it a lot closer.
We're 12.
There he is. There is the checkered. Brandon Bowie is going to
Great job.
The Texas Family MG.com 32.
Great job by Bowie in 6. What a great strategy. Ended up having enough fuel. I wonder if he can make it back around.
Where is
You've seen he's put that car in damn near neutral.
Where is Jimmy Johnson when you need him?
Oh, he's going to do an early victory.
He's like, I'm not making it around. I'm burning it down now.
Yeah. Oh, that's too funny. So, top 10. That Tetro made it up into the top 10.
Yes, he did.
So it's going to be Bowie, 6, Barroso, Silver, Dunkelberger, Leitz, Erdman, Phipps, Diamond, and Tetro.
Funny thing is, Reese, people are still on track running for position while Bowie is doing donuts in turn 2. Here's Matthew Fleming for 13th place.
Is he out of fuel? No, I guess that car is up to speed. All right.
Here's a battle.
That car look like it's walking.
Here's a battle for 19th. Duberman and Brandon Shelton. A lot of Brandons.
There are a lot of Brandons. I feel like there's a lot of Nicks. Well, great job by this whole series today here at COTA for the Texas Family MG.com 32.
Uh-oh. Battle for this 19th position. Brandon Shelton undercuts Duberman to take 19th. That was a pretty good battle the last couple turns.
Oh, we're hearing the 12 cars out of fuel. 12 is out of fuel. Bowie's out of fuel.
And
bunch of guys, the top 3 needing pushes back to the start finish line.
And look who it is pushing Frankie Barroso.
Mr. Steve Tucker.
It's a long pushback.
There we go. We got Brandon Shelton coming to save Bowie.
All right. So everybody, we're going to run through the finishing order real fast. Your race winner tonight, it's Brandon Bowie, the driver number 34, Battle Beaver, followed by Brandon 6. Actually, now that it's just populated, I can do this too. See, do we have it here? There it is. Oh, there we are. Brandon Bowie, your race winner. Brandon 6th and 2nd. Frankie Barroso comes home in 3rd. Nick Silver in 4th. Ryan Dunkelberger 5th. 6th goes to Nick Leitz. Jesse Erdman in 7th. 8th to Andrew Phipps. Mitch Diamond in 9th. Jeff Tetro 10th. 11th goes to Steve Tucker. 12th goes to Matt Smith. Matthew Fleming in 13th. 14th goes to Chris Buds. Ronnie Outlaw in 15th. 16th goes to Brian Dixon. 17th, Josh King. 18th, Robert Hissong. 19th, Brandon Shelton. 20th, Luke Duberman. Michael Lampier in 21st. 22nd to Thomas Meeks. 23rd to Ryan Pasoko. Josh Larson in 24th. Michael Bennett, 25th. 26th to John Wright. Matt Opplinger in 27th. Nick Biddy in 28th. And 29th, Charles Balance.
Hey, just want to say a big thank you to Brandon Shelton pushing Bowie around. It's very kind of him.
Now they're getting a nice train.
And that'll get you a nice ally too.
There, yeah, exactly. See, I
see
thought
what
I
he's
saw the
doing
hand
there.
out the window and everything.
I see what
You know
he's
what would
doing.
be really bad at the end of the straightaway? They accidentally spin him out and wreck him out.
Like, nope, joke's on you.
So, well, everybody gets ready for the interviews, the podium interviews. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back with the podium interviews.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
All right, everybody, we are back here at Circuit of the Americas for the TexasFamilyMG.com 32. It has been one fantastic and long race, actually. Was not expecting, the 2+ minute lap times. Thought we were going to be a little bit less than that. But nothing but action tonight. Brandon Bowie wins for the first time in the Wheels America Cup Series, and he is going to get himself a beautiful hat.
Yes, coming in, winning his Stetson. Coming in P1 is the 34 car Brandon Bowie. Brandon, it's Reese and AJ in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, buddy, we talked to you earlier, man. Great job, though. Now you're our official COTA winner, winning a beautiful straw hat, a Stetson tonight. Walk us through that last stage, man. Fuel strategy, what all went into play right there?
Hey, man, I told you guys there were going to be different scenarios that had to happen, which was, I kind of had to make a play on my teammate. I don't like doing that, but I literally just had to go. So I kind of, on that, I guess coming down the hill, I kind of overdrove it a little bit and got by him, and then kind of set a little bit of a pace, and then basically just saved fuel from there. So, it's just a matter of, I know Nick Silver had passed me. I think Ryan had passed me as well. So I was just like, hey, because I knew their strategy. Their strategy was to try and get as much of a gap as they could from us, and then try to pit, and then try to see if they can leapfrog us. But once I got to a point to where I was kind of just doing basically what Six was doing to me the last, I guess, stage 2, which was he was managing his time between me and him. So basically, I did the same thing and just managed the time until it got to the point where it was like, all right, he's 2 seconds. All right, I could start to pick up a little bit. And then I just needed to make sure I still had enough at the line if I had to push it, which thankfully I did. So I was able to eke it, squeeze kind of out of it with, I think I have 0.4 at the finish line. So it wasn't much. But yeah, the early shifting and clutching, and I was telling the team I haven't sweat this much in a very long time in a race, so this was definitely nerve-wracking.
Yeah, Brandon, Was it always going to be a fuel strategy thing for you, or was it, oh crap, I need to save a little fuel?
We had talked about it, the possibility of it being fuel. It was just going to be depending on how much fuel you were using, and your lap time. So once we kind of, after the first lap, I kind of set it in stone, like, you know what, I'm gonna try to make it. And I know, like I said, my other teammates kind of just was like, nope, we're gonna try to pit and see if we can leapfrog you guys. Still, both strategies were great. It was just gonna be depending on how far I or Six had to fall back to save fuel. Because I think we were still running 214s towards the end there, and I think Nick and Ryan had kind of was running about the same time. So because they weren't pulling on us really anymore, that kind of allowed us to kind of not really get passed by them again. So, but yeah, I mean, for me after lap 1, I think it was just like save mode, save and manage gap between me and Six, which worked out. And honestly, it usually doesn't work out like that. So it just worked in my favor, to be honest with you.
All right, brother. Before we let you go, any sponsors you want to plug before we close up shop tonight?
Yeah, I gotta thank Keeping It Real, which is my actual team that I own. So I gotta give a shout out to them. Gotta thank Battle Beaver for being on the car. Man, we have so many. Digital Motorsports, Life of a Sim Racer, Boosted. I gotta thank my team here, Prestige. Elwood Designs. Gotta thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. Gotta thank the league for being around. And thanks for doing the stage winners. I really like that, or whoever's available, but I like that. So keep that up as well.
All right, brother. Well,
yes, sir.
Thanks for being here, and thanks for talking with us. You have a wonderful and safe rest of your week, and we'll catch you next Thursday.
Yes, sir. Thanks, guys.
There he is, the 34 car. We'll see if he can do it again next week. It's Charlotte, Mr. Brandon Bowie with the win. Now, AJ, somebody that we've been talking about a lot this season, coming in second place is going to be that 66 car, Brandon 6. Brandon, it's Reese and AJ in the booth. You got a copy?
What's up, fellas?
Buddy, I'll be honest. I didn't think you were going to have the fuel to pull that off.
Yeah, unfortunately, I knew when we had to do that extra pace lap, that kind of put us barely within range of saving fuel and making it. If that race goes one lap green or sooner, we all have to pit, but it is what it is. I tried saving. I actually probably saved a lap too long, and I need to go a little bit sooner, because I was definitely running down Billy. I just needed a whole another lap.
Well, great job tonight, man. A dominating performance tonight. Still get a podium here at the end. Can't be mad about it. You had a great showing. The whole Prestige team, great showing tonight. AJ?
Now, it was a fantastic event for you, winning both stages. But coming up a little short due to some pit strategy. When did you realize that you possibly saved a little too much?
With honestly 2 to go, because it's the fuel fluctuates so much, because the rate that you're saving and the rate that you can actually maximize burn is a big difference. So when I start gunning it, it's going to burn it off pretty quickly, the extra I saved.
Yeah.
So instead of me going for it on lap 2, I should have started going on it on lap 3. I would have had enough there to still challenge Billy and maybe even get a shot for the win there.
All right, dude. Well, overall, still a fantastic night for you and your team. Sponsors you'd like to plug before we let you get ready for Charlotte next week?
Yeah, Life for a Sim Racer, Elwood Designs, and Keeping It Real. All the guys that put in the work for practice and stuff for these races. So, and then obviously you guys for putting on the broadcast.
Oh, stop! You're making me blush.
No, please keep going. Well, Brandon 6, great job tonight, man. Another dominating performance up front the entire race. Great job, buddy. We'll see you next week at Charlotte.
Yep, sounds good. See you then.
Yes, sir. Okay. A guy we saw come from the very back with a penalty EOL He finished in third from Miami Shores, Florida. The number 12 car, Frankie Barroso. It's Reese and AJ in the booth. You got a copy?
I do, Reese.
Man, walk us through that last stage, buddy. And please walk us through the 8 times you went into pit for fuel.
Yeah, I came in 9 times actually, Reese. You missed one. But, yeah, I mean, third stage, we kind of knew, like, as soon as it was like 12, 13 to go, I was like, okay, this is a fuel race. It's a fuel strat race. And as soon as, it was that, I made the call 1 to go. I was like, you know what? I'm in 10th. I'm not in a good spot, if I stay out. So decided to come in. I only lost around 6 spots. And then just basically got as much as I could, while being conservative in the first couple corners, and then just trying to save after that. But actually Brandon Squared, Bowie in 6 did a way better job of me than saving than me. I don't know if you guys want to roll with that. Brandon Squared.
Hey, I'll tell you what, it's starting to look that way.
Yeah, those guys are crazy fast, and just to be able to somewhat run with them, is it's definitely a good feeling.
So we talked in pre-race. We thought you were going to be going through a mass murder of wrecks trying to fight your way to the front, but it didn't look that way. This series did a great job today on COTA. What was your thoughts out there on the track?
Yeah, I mean, everybody was, super respectable. I was kind of being I don't want to say it, but yeah, you know what?
A wiener.
Yeah, we'll go with that. And yeah, I mean, but it was just trying to be aggressive as possible, and I didn't want to wait I didn't want to wait for any longer, so any longer than I had to. I can't talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. But I'm glad hopefully I didn't make anybody mad. But I mean, so whatever, it's all good.
Well, I could say you were absolutely fun to watch.
Tonight, I do want to bring up one fact, y'all. You see footwear screen printing on this car. And this guy, Mr. Garrett, you will see him running in the ARCA series in this exact same paint scheme coming up September 10th. So be sure to put that on your schedule. Look for that race on some of the national televised channels. He will be in this footwear screen printing. They are actually the embroidery shop for, I know, Rickware Racing for all their fire suits. And I want to say a few other teams. Not completely sure about that, but really cool. So if you need some shirts, hats, things like that, please be sure to reach out to Footwear Screen Printing for that. Frankie, anybody you'd like to thank before we let you go tonight?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd like to thank you guys for broadcasting. I'd like to thank Steve for putting on a great league. Obviously you guys and him, it wouldn't be possible. I'd also like to thank the sponsor. I mean, you just said it, Reese, but Fort Worth Screen and Printing, obviously with a beautiful car. Thank you to all the sponsors for PHM and just, the teammates, the guys, everyone that makes this possible.
Very cool. All right, coming from the back, fighting his way all the way to third, it's going to be Frankie Barroso. AJ, as we bring it back to us, man, golly, let's unpack this whole thing. What were your thoughts about today?
Yeah, man, it was absolutely crazy. I was not expecting Brandon Bowie up front. I really wasn't. Am I happy? Am I very, happy with what happened? Absolutely. It's cool to see a first-time winner anytime it happens. And Brandon being a cool dude, an awesome character, and just beating out one of the league's best in Brandon Six and Frankie Barroso is very, very telling of the talent in this league.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And man, the way this whole series got around the track today, what a great job by all of them. A great showing for what this series, what the talent level is in this series. It wasn't just a wreck fest like you see in a lot of leagues. Not trying to diss them, but right. This series is definitely onto something good. It's moving, it's going in places. And I think tonight was a great showing of that, a great witness to the type of racing that we have here in this league. But next week, so we take this strategy, we wad it up, we throw it in the trash, because next week we go to 1.5 miles. We go to Charlotte, baby, next week. So next week we're back to pedal down, get it through the turns, pedal down, get it through the turns, a whole nother animal next week.
A lot of more normal to what people are used to next week. Is it always fun to go to a road course because it's a complete wild card? Yes. It's fun to watch. You see a lot of drivers that aren't normally up front. Jesse Erdman was in the top 3 for a very good portion of this race. Great airtime for him and his sponsors. But we go back to 1.5 miles next week and look to see Brandon Six, Andrew Phipps, and the guys up front once again. Reese, any other final thoughts, my pal?
No, that's it. I think this one kind of went how we thought. Another dominating performance by Prestige. We saw Barroso do what we knew Barroso could do here at road courses. That was fun to see him back in kind of a normal showing that we're used to seeing him in. Big shout out to Tetro getting a top 9 here at the road course. Mitch Diamond. Neat to see the strategies that went on today. That was fun. I love stage racing. It throws a whole nother layer into racing. It's not just pedal down who can be the fastest, but now it's you got to have a brain, right? It's not just get the car around the track. That's step 1. Step 2 is your strategy. Be there at the end. So this was a lot of fun to watch tonight. Can't wait to go back to another road course this season. But with Charlotte coming up, I am very excited for next week.
All right, everybody. Same time, same place, right here on the Wheels America Racing Network. We'll see you on the next broadcast. Catch you later, everybody. Stay safe, stay cool, stay hydrated. Peace.
See y'all later.
This song is for anyone fishing a tournament, is going to fish a tournament, or has fished a tournament, or grinding it out on the tournament circuit. I know the struggle and I respect the hustle.
No, I'm not a pro with some discount codes, but this fishing's in my blood, ingrained in my bones, and the passion burns deep. Hot embers in my soul that my daddy put there when I wasn't very old. Had a little flame, just needed to be stoked. Then the wind hit it, now I'm out of control, like a forest fire raging, burning down an old growth. Yeah, let's go. Buzzbait on, single tied up, crankbait ride, trying to catch a bunch, put a tungsten on these mats when I punch out here on this water. I ain't worried about much, jig ride in my hand, 7 others on deck. Win this thing, need to cash me a check. Life that you live when you fish a tournament, tracks on fire, you could call me lead. Lighter in my hand, looking like an arsonist, so cold with the flow, so you know that it's sick. Got a couple in the boat, so I'm feeling marvelous, but I need 3 more before I call it quits. Chuck some Gatorade, cause I really need a sip, and my thirst for these fish, it can never be quenched. Got jigs with the blades, you could call them battle baits. Gets me blowing up the spot just like a grenade. Mine's cooking up rhymes every single day. Heat them up quick, come in microwave. And I don't even really care what the hater wanna say. You could cross that line, just cut the yellow tape. And fishing's like a puzzle with a lot of different pieces. Every time I catch a big one, man, I'm screaming, thank you Jesus for my life. Kids and my wife, get to see the sunrise. Another cast, another bite. I'm a ride, I'm just looking for them calmly. Who am I kidding? I've been new bait shopping. Powerhouse fishing, so you know there ain't no stopping. Picking up these baits, but you know they gon' be dropping. Walking and plopping, dragging and hopping. If that doesn't work, you can find me drop shopping on that pan optics, doing what I does, so I'm big bass style. No, I'm not a pro with some discount codes, but this fishing's in my blood, ingrained in my bones, and the passion burns deep. Hot embers in my soul that my daddy put there when I wasn't very old. Had a little flame, just needed to be stoked. Then the wind hit it, now I'm out of control, like a forest fire raging, burning down an old growth. Yeah, let's go. Buzzbait on, super tied up, crankbait ride, trying to catch a bunch, put a tungsten on these mats when I punch out here on this water. I ain't worried about much, jig ride in my hand, 7 others on deck. Win this thing, need to cash me a check. Life that you live when you fish a tournament, tracks on fire, you could call me lead.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.